Hey tubers, Raven here. Today we'll be talking about last night's episode of Arrow Season 4, Episode 10. The mid-season premiere. Oh, it's back. It's back. It's back. I don't have to wait anymore to see what happened with Felicity. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes, I am sick. In case you didn't see the video I just posted, I did just do the episode 9 review, and in that review I explained why it just got put up, why it just got recorded and put up. It's because it's like my second or third time recording it, and my computer, the stuff going on in life happened, so I got it up. So now I get to do last night's episode. And if I sound funny, that's because I'm supposed to sound funny because I'm sick. So, yeah. Well, I'm not sick anymore, but I still got my cough, which is really nasty and strong. So I'm going to be coughing a lot during this. So yeah. Let's see here. What else do I need to tell you? Oh, yes. Starfire has decided that for the majority of the time I'll be doing the Arrow reviews, and I have decided that for the majority of the time she will be doing the Supernatural reviews. We will still be trying to get the Flash ones done together, I'm hoping. So yeah, because we're going to different schools this semester. She transferred out, so it's gonna be kind of weird to mention. It's gonna be weird at first. We're gonna have to get used to each other's schedules, because usually we could just wait for the other one to be done and just go home, watch the show, and review it. But we can't do that this year. So yeah, so it's gonna be different. But we will try to make it work. Okay, so yeah, for the majority of the time, you'll just get me here for the Arrow reviews, and her for the Supernatural ones, if you guys watch that. Because, well, it doesn't pull me in like it used to, so she gets to do that. And she's more of a Flash fan, so I get to do this one. So yeah, that's pretty much where the reviews stand at the moment. Yeah. So episode 10. Oh my gosh, like wow. Oliver wants to kill Damien, and I don't blame him like at all. I'm like, well, good. That dude deserves to die. Like, seriously. Hmm. So I'm just like, come on, like, just kill him. Seriously, just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. But, so, yeah. Things, they kind of get, like, meshed up in his head once Anarchy comes into play. And that's the guy with the circle and the A. That's Anarchy's symbol. That's why he said anarchy is. That's why he gave like that definition of anarchy to Damien's wife and daughter. Because he was the anarchy character from the comics, or supposed to be, or something. I don't know. I don't really follow that character at all, so I don't know. And So in this episode, we find out if Felicity survives, and she did. But she will be paralyzed. And it looks like it's non like reversible. Like she's stuck. She will always be paralyzed now. I don't know how much I believe that. I am conflicted on whether I want her to stay paralyzed. I know that they were trying to do a kind of Barbara Gordon type thing where she was Oracle, and that's what the episode The Secret Origins of Felicity Smoke, that one, I think it was in season 2. I think it's the first time we met her mom. It's where she got kidnapped by her high school boyfriend. That was supposed to be called like Oracle. And if you guys don't know, Oracle is a character that is stuck in a wheelchair. For the most part, usually, Oracle is in a wheelchair. I say usually for the most part because if you guys watched Smallville, Chloe kind of played the Oracle role towards the end there when she was Watchtower. So Watchtower, she was Oracle in that role. So yeah, you had that whole thing going on. But DC wouldn't let them do it because they had plans for the Oracle character, so they weren't allowing Felicity become Oracle. So they couldn't do that, even though they gave her everything except for like the paralysis and the name Barbara Gordon or Oracle. So, but Barbara Gordon, if that name does sound familiar, is because she's from the Batman universe. She is Batgirl. She does get paralyzed in the comics. She gets shot by a Joker and left for dead, and her spine is badly damaged to the point where she can't walk. Like, she'll never be able to walk again. She's stuck in a wheelchair. And she essentially becomes Oracle, in which she basically lives in front of a computer screen and does everything Felicity's doing. So so that's a possibility for Felicity. Especially, I mean, she's kind of been Oracle all along, but now that she'll be stuck in a wheelchair, she'll be more Oracle-esque, I suppose. Although they probably still won't be able to call her Oracle, because again, that name is with something that DC itself as a company and Warner Brothers probably want to keep under wraps for something else. They might use it in the cinematic universe, or they might use it on another show, or they might introduce Barbara Gordon herself on Gotham, and they don't want to confuse things, or they might bring in the Oracle herself on a different DC show. Give her her own show or something. I don't know. So that's kind of what the whole like shooting and being paralyzed, like permanent, like perma paralyzed, reminds me of, is the whole Oracle thing. So it's just like coincidence? I don't think so. They kind of want her to be that Oracle character. And I want her to be the Oracle character too, but I didn't think she needed to be paralyzed in order to do that, because she is basically the Oracle character. So we've got that, and sorry. We have the what was I gonna say? I forgot my train of thought. But yeah, the whole episode overall, I did like this episode. It was pretty interesting. I liked how Thea was facing off against Anarchy, and just she felt like she needed to kill him again or something. Like that bloodlust, like it was kind of there. Like they haven't really sorry, I'm kind of like jumping around at this moment right here, but like they haven't, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I don't think they've established whether or not she's gotten her bloodlust back since Damien Darhk took it away. I mean, in this episode she said he took most of my bloodlust, therefore stating that she still had some, but it seems like it's more controllable. So I'm left confused, wondering if she actually has to kill anymore. Especially since she was able to control it this episode. I'm confused on that. Like, is she getting her bloodlust back? Like, is it rising up in her again like it does when she hasn't killed for a while? Or what's going on? Yeah, so I don't know if you guys are seeing this on your screens, but the adjustment, the screen adjustment, the shading and whatnot, the tone, the tint, or I don't know the term, whatever, is changing periodically. I think that's because sun's going down, the clouds are in the way, so the lighting in my room is changing. So the lighting on the computer is trying to adjust. So I don't know if you guys are getting that on your end, like if it's affecting the video or not. So just explaining what you're seeing if you are seeing that. Anyways, back to the show. I thought that him not going to see Felicity before she went into surgery was a pretty dickhead move. I think he should have went to see her. I mean, I understand that they have this thing where she knows where he's at, and she wants him to be doing that. Like, he was right, but like, no, no, like, you could have Diggle doing that. You could have the computer running whatever. You could do whatever the hell. But go see your fiance before she goes into surgery. Good lord. Like, seriously, I was mad at him for that. Like, I was really mad at him for that. And so, yeah. And I was mad that he waited so long to go see her. Like, okay, I'm only gonna go see her when she gets this really bad news that she'll no longer ever be able to walk again. Like, let's give her the idea that I don't want to marry her anymore. Like, really? Good, like, like, No, I don't care how pissed off you are at Damien, at what's going on. Like, you don't think she's pissed off and scared too? Like, she's your fiance. Go freaking comfort her. Like, oh, I was mad. um, and just like, no. So yeah, that was my feeling on that part of the show. Um, um, as for other parts, I don't really know how I feel about Damien's wife. Like, I thought it would be kind of better if she didn't know what kind of man he was. Like, if she was like, just like looking at him and going, "What the hell is going on? Why did that man try to?" I don't. I just like that would kind of give me reason to understand Damien better, like why Damien's actually doing this. I understand that he thinks that the world has to be cleansed, but does he realize that cleansing the world means his family and himself as well, and everyone that populates the planet? Like, not just the other people, but him and his family. Like, that's what cleansing means. It means getting rid of everything. Like, to get rid of everything that has the potential of being bad, it's getting rid of. So, like, clearly. So, like, apparently it was a promise he made to his wife. So I'm like, okay, it's a promise you made to your wife. Why does she want the world cleansed? Like, I'm confused. So confused. um, it's just, I don't know. So moving on from that, there's, the whole, Andy thing, just Dickle's brother, like, I don't know how to feel about him. Like, I don't look forward to those scenes. I really, I don't. Frankly, I look forward to those scenes just as much as I do the flashbacks this season. I did think the flashbacks were good in the beginning part, but, like, towards the end, like, towards the mid-season, I was like, and then, like, the mid-season when I was like, I don't care. That's why I didn't mention it, like, at all in the review for it. It's just like, I don't care. And I don't care about this one, so I'm not really gonna mention it. I'm not gonna mention the flashbacks unless I think they're good, or until I see the reason for it. Once they start actually connecting it to the line of the story, then I'll start reviewing that in this as well. So yeah. I guess the final thing I'll talk about is the flash forward sequence to the grave. They were kind of playing that throughout the show, and at the end, like, Oliver is walking back from the grave from the talk with Barry. We finally get to see what happens next after he's like, I'm going to kill Damien. Like, he's like, I'm going to kill Dark. Like, I need to kill Dark. And so he walks back to the limo or whatever he's driving. I think it was a limo again. And Felicity was sitting in there. So, booyah! It's not Felicity. Oh, told y'all. Felicity's not in the grave. Oh! So, yeah. Called it. Okay. Now all that's left to be called is who's actually in the grave. But going forward, Felicity told Oliver, you have to kill him. And, like, Felicity telling Oliver to kill Damien, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, the death of this person affected Felicity so much. Not just her, not just her being injured, but the death of this person both has affected Felicity so much that she is telling Oliver to kill someone. And she has constantly been the voice of truth and, like, justice. I mean, I know that sounds corny, but she's always telling him not to kill, not to cross that line again. And now she's telling him, kill him. Just do it. I'm sorry, I'm talking a little longer than I probably should with the cough. I'm almost done, you guys. So, bear with me just a little longer. So we got that. So, I want to see that turn in Felicity. I think it could be done really well and really interestingly. Not a word. If they do it right, I think it might be really cool to watch. I think that the person in the grave is going to be Diggle or Laurel, but they just killed off a canary last season, so I don't think they'll do that again. I think it's going to be Diggle. Yeah. In order to make an impact on, like, the fans, I think it has to be one of the original three. Obviously, Oliver's not gonna die, and we just saw Felicity, so it's not gonna be her. So I do believe it will be Diggle. If it's not, then I could say Captain Lance, but, I think that Laurel would have stayed around a bit longer, probably longer than Oliver did, if it was her father. And, Lila wouldn't have been able to stick around because of baby Sarah. So, yeah. And Barry would show up because he knows Diggle. So that's my thing. I think that Laurel might have also stayed longer, like, along with Oliver, if it was Thea, because, well, Laurel sees Thea as a little sister, because they grew up together. I like Tommy, Thea, and Thea. Although Tommy and Thea were actually brother and sister, like, Tommy always saw Thea as a little sister, even though he never knew, because they grew up so close together and everything. Okay, so that's it for my thoughts and reaction review for this episode. I can't wait for next week because the preview, like, it did show the Felicity, like, being asked to help and freaking out, saying she can't do it, and then, like, something happens, like, she screwed up because she was in pain and she was going for pain meds, and something happened and she couldn't control it because she wasn't at the computer because she was looking for her meds, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no. And I think this probably plays a hand in the death. Not actually that episode. It could be. I mean, it doesn't have to be the final episode where someone dies. It could be next week. It could be the week after. It doesn't have to be the final episode. I mean, that'd be one hell of a thing. So yeah, I don't think they should kill off Damien this season. I think Damien should be an overarching character, overarching, whatever you want to call it, character that lasts a while. Maybe he goes into hiding for a while and they have to put him on hold. But yeah, I think he should last longer. And yeah, I'm looking forward to watching Felicity fall down the rabbit hole of self-doubt and condemnation, because that's a side of her we have not seen before. And that's the only reason why I'm looking forward to seeing that, because I love her so much. I want her to be okay. So yeah. Until next week, don't fail this city.